Welcome back to
Two Banana Day.
We're here joined with Zaden Williams.
You know it.
What you been up to lately, Zaden?
Not much, Billy. Kind of own a homeless man right now.
We'd like some more context on the homeless man that you own.
Well, we went to the woods and we found a homeless man who had a lot of lotion in his camp with a homemade stove and a lot of fast food and a lot of bottles filled with stuff.
Okay, define stuff.
Adult apple juice is what I'm guessing.
No, it was just apple juice.
Zaden, we see you have something in your hands. What is it?
It is a helium balloon.
Okay. We all know what you're going to do with it. Just do it.
So I can pass out.
Billy! Oh, it's not filled.
I think the helium is like dysfunctional.
You were a failure, Zaden. How's it feel?
You used to. Okay, can you elaborate on this hierarchy idea that we've talked about before?
The lunch table hierarchy.
The lunch table hierarchy. Okay, it goes stairs, Henry, then me, then it goes Billy because you AI lesbian. Then it goes.
We're editing that out.
I'm normally not in.
Oh wait, am I supposed to do the rank too? Okay, it goes stairs, owner.
You can't say that. We're bleeping the heck out of you, okay, Zaden? Bleep!
The whole time.
Henry and Finn are the sons of the nation.
Stop saying shit.
Okay. Hold up. Zaden, so we've seen lately at school that you've been wearing a lot of Bulls stuff. Do you know anything about what the Bulls have been doing lately in basketball? Have they been doing good?
No, I haven't really checked up on the Bulls. I've been playing a lot of Helldivers too.
That's not very Chicago of you, Zaden. Care to explain yourself?
Can you explain us what this Helldivers 2 game is?
Oh, it's really fun. So, it takes place in like the future where all humanity's united. So there's like no religion, there's no racism. There's like no homophobic people, but like there's like everything that makes people fight against each other is gone because like they're all united and like every flag is banned except for the Super Earth flag.
What is the Super Earth flag?
It is like just a blue flag with like buildings on top of the planet with the like entire sphere of like every continent on it. And like it's called managed democracy because it's a dictatorship, but they say it's democracy. So when you go to the computers and you vote, it just automatically votes for one person. The whole thing is that we're fighting on like 3 fronts. We're fighting the automatons and the bugs, who are called the Terminids, and the Illuminate. And the goal is just like to take out every faction.
And I was thinking on you the whole time, and I saw you guys, and I knew you were making me surprised.
New guest. This is Ruby is here.
Ruby, do you wanna join the podcast?
I would be proud. I would like to.
Okay.
But you
Okay. Well,
said you were making me a surprise. I've been thinking on you the whole time, and you never made me a surprise yet. That's how I know you
We're
lied.
brainstorming your surprise.
Yeah, thinking about it.
You know, was on Crime Chronicles.
For what?
He jumped off a cliff into a pool nude, and some lady saw it and reported saying that how people are at the park to walk around, not be naked and jumping off cliffs.
Okay.
They never described them. They just said somebody was jumping off the cliff.
It's like, that was me.
Okay, so remember, as you see, she is secured, so that's why I need to make sure they're secured with this special clip, which clips on, and it's so hard to get off. The harness is it. All you have to do
Honda Civic is what I heard.
it's a harness that only has the clip on. So I have to put the harness on them so I can clip them on.
That's awesome.
So they don't just go whee right onto the ground.
Henry, you said there was a song you wanted us to listen to. Zaden, can you pull that song up?
Leningrad. It is arguably the single best song ever written.
Henry, watch me now.
Do we know if this song is copyrighted or not?
It is definitely copyrighted, but
Okay.
that's okay.
Play like 2 seconds of it.
No, play the whole thing. What are they gonna do?
No, play like
We will edit it out if it's a problem. We'll just
this. This is for reviewing purposes
Is
only.
it by Billy Joel?
yes. This is in the copyright text.
So let me get it straight. It's called Leningrad, but it's made by American. You
Yes.
sing it.
Listen, it's about a Russian.
This is just the hardest. They can be tired or untired. She's my favorite dog, and she's my favorite cousin.
Zay, you could be vibing. Is this correct?
This song sucks.
You stop, dude.
Okay,
There's like no communism in it.
Hey!
okay.
I did not permit you to pause my song.
I will report Zaden was not enjoying that at all.
He was enjoying it. It's
You know
a
what's
good
a good
song.
song?
Do not play that song, Zay.
Okay.
Yeah, we're
Okay,
Oh,
okay.
that was a misclick.
Okay, hold up. Henry, how do you feel about the
We also
cutting of Deshaun Watson's contract and then re-signing Myles Garrett with the Browns?
It's good because Deshaun Watson is, well, a rapist and all that jazz. And we don't support that here.
That's good. That's good. What about how do you feel about the trade to the Philadelphia Eagles, 5th round pick, Dorian Thompson-Robinson for Kenny Pickett? How do you feel?
Well, maybe Kenny Pickett will actually be good. I don't know. I don't think so, but, it can't get worse. So,
That's not true.
no, it's almost true, actually.
We've been worse than you were,
Moderately.
but
We can only get 3 games worse than we currently are.
Is it
Heck
worse
yeah.
than when you guys went 1-6?
Hey, I was
16?
I was at that game. I saw. Well, I don't remember seeing there, but me and James were at that same game at the same time.
Legendary.
Yeah,
Legendary to be in the presence of
the James.
DJ.
We should get James on the podcast.
I feel like would actually make this a good podcast instead of us just.
Yeah, but this was just.
Yeah,
kind
it
of
was made this a good podcast.
If we planned it a little better. than
Leningrad.
Okay,
That could be like.
we gotta have like something to argue. We gotta have something like to
I
argue
got
about.
something to say.
Okay.
We also have 4 babies just flying out in the air.
There's babies flying out in the air.
Okay.
Well, that's because we put them on a harness.
Oh, that's good.
Babies get a purple harness because they're bigger. And
We gotta have like
other
something to
size.
argue about.
I don't really. Well, the harness keeps
How do you
it
guys
safe.
feel about the
Okay.
current day
So watch her swing.
taxes?
Look, this is how
I'm not
babies.
old enough
Taxes?
to pay taxes.
I've never paid
None
them.
none of us will have to
Exactly.
pay taxes for another 3 years.
Yeah,
You
okay.
guys 4 years for me.
What's the actual controversial thing? What's your guys' opinion on the Super Bowl?
I think the
The Super Bowl
She
halftime
also
play.
gets to
the
learn
halftime
how to
show,
Yeah.
the hardest
the
one.
Kendrick. I liked
Well-
it, but it definitely could have been better. I think
It
he
was-
should have played like that.
And he was really quiet. Like, not like us.
Well,
Yeah,
yeah,
have you seen the videos of like people
Yeah,
in the
he seems
stands? Be
like-
like, this is how loud the stands were. It's just
well, yeah, dude. They
Do you not
well,
see
he
what
kind
I'm
of could
doing
have
right
gotten
now?
sued for that. Probably did.
I don't think he did because Drake is kind of owned by Kendrick.
Kind of. Dude, you guys.
Imagine being
Okay, hold
Drake,
up.
being known for
Zay,
being
you
on
weren't
top of
there.
it, and then Kendrick Lamar just comes out of nowhere,
This is how we also
destroys
train.
you. Not just
That's the
destroys
walk,
me, but destroys your
but we do
career.
it
One of my
Lower
favorite
position,
songs
really?
is like that.
Yeah.
We also train
Future.
babies and pets
So
to walk
Boone
this way,
and
but
Kendrick.
actually
It's
this
so-
part is
dude,
one
the,
part.
the big 3. It's just big.
Yeah.
Dude, that song.
I just love how Kendrick, instead of just like leaving that one song, like, yep, that was a good song. No, he decided to destroy Drake's career and every shot of like ever making it back being mainstream.
Henry, when we were on the bus ride to the stadium for districts, how did you feel about his performance as DJ?
I was sleeping.
On the
I
way-
would
on
presume
the way
not
to
that
the
good
stadium?
as a result of the fact that I was not awoke.
The second day, we were
What's the-
definitely awake.
Wait a minute, I was awake. It was pretty bad. I
From the
think.
hotel to.
I don't recall. I was
What's
not
the
really
craziest
awake.
fight you guys had on your guys' bus?
What do you mean, like ever?
All right,
or
so one day we're sitting there, and it wasn't really a fight. It was flying off the handle.
Why?
And I don't even know. She was just real ragey last year. One time she walked off the bus and did double birds till we drove away.
Dang.
That was wild. Dude, she says something. God, just loses it. And then in the fight, she's storming up the aisle, and people are like trying to pull her into their seats to stop her. Eventually, someone got her, but like her face is getting redder and redder as it was crazy.
The worst fight had to have been with me. I was in the middle of a fight. So we used to have this kid. It was back in 6th grade. His name was something. It's actually his stepbrother. But he slapped me. We were on the bus, and I almost beat his ass. Like, he went, boom, I went, I gave him the look.
Mine probably has to be when got on a fight on my bus. It wasn't even a fight, it was just getting hit in the back of the head because he asked me to get out of the seat real quick, and I did. As soon as I got up, this kid goes behind, goes boom on top of his head, and almost goes down to the ground, and then to stop the bus. The reason why the kid just hit was because apparently was talking crap about his dead grandmama. He said like that dead grandmama.
Let's get her on.
Well, honorable mention for my bus would be a member of the NFK fighting with someone whose name I don't know.
Henry, will you get this off of her?
Yes.
Because, like,
Which member of the NFK was it? Was it KG?
So I was sitting there and talking,
Stitch Buddy.
and they just start raging at each other. The shoes were thrown.
Shoes were thrown?
It was crazy. And I hear this come from right there. She throws the shoe and he goes, "You're effing psychotic." And she goes, "Well, I'd rather be psychotic than effing delusional. You think she actually loves you?"
Oh my
It was
god.
crazy. I don't even know.
How is
Did I
that
tell you I
over
almost
too?
got shot by NFK?
No, I don't think you did.
I don't
because
know
They
if-
don't probably own
Alright,
those.
so I was at Le Roux. It was 4th of July, and I was walking with, I was going to his house, and I was walking back. I just bought a ski mask.
Oh yeah,
off
you
of,
told me that.
off of, and I was wearing that night because I wanted to see how it was because this was the first ever ski mask I bought or worn.
Dip, Zaden.
So I was just walking down the streets, and I see, and I don't really think much of it. I'm just walking past them. Out in the middle of nowhere, some kid yells, "Hey, they think they're gangbanging out here." So Teddy runs out. I take the mask off, and we look back, and there's something in between his pants and his hips. And I just keep on looking for it after I look back.
Zaden goes, nope.
And then I'm like, I'm either just going to walk away, but as soon as or the are going to run, I'm going to run with them because it's like 1 o'clock at night. I have no idea where to run to Le Roux. I have no idea where I am. So all I see is book it. I follow after him. We take a sharp left, and then we run down to the end of the street, stop. We literally stop a street in front of him where he can see in front of us. And I have no idea what to do until he gets to that street. Then we decide to run into the woods for some weird reason. And I'm the only one who thought logically instead of skimming near the woods, I went in the woods. And I ran into so many trees. And
Wait, like face first?
like
into a tree?
face first, like I literally ran face first into it, spun around face first into another tree, and then I got up, started running. I got like a good 10 feet until I fell into a pothole.
Dude, okay. How do you guys feel about the wrestling awards ceremony?
I
That
feel
was
like
a-
that was a scam. I should have got a Grammy.
A Grammy.
He should
They
have got a
was
Grammy.
scammed out of
I was. Do you know how much? And I got. The favorite moment is when I tripped. It should have been the grappling.
Dude, we gotta tell them about the grappling.
Alright, so Ridgedale, this has to be a really good story.
Okay.
Me and Billy are just walking down the hallway, and we just see this open locker. Like
this
12
open locker has 12 foot of
Yeah.
random rope hanging out.
and I'm like, this must be a really suicidal kid, or it must be like a play going on. So I open the rest of the locker to see what this rope leads to. It's just the entire locker is filled with rope.
And then there's a grappling hook hanging from one of the hooks in the locker.
Yeah, and then I just twirl it for like a quick second. and
Next thing we know, 2 random ladies are just walking down the hallway. Just go, "Hey, you go to this school?" We say no. They go, "Well then get out of the lockers, go." We shut it and we go up the stairs and gone. and then we go back down to where our coach is, Mr. And then we're just talking to him, and then some random lady, she was probably a part of like the council or something. She walks up to Mr. Myers. She's like, "Well, we have these two on video." I look at Zaden. I go, "Oh no." She looks at me and she goes, "We got you boys on video. You're done." And
I love face during that.
just looking at her like with confusion, and then she's explaining to that explaining.
Yeah, then he just like the fakest, like sharp anger turned at us.
It's like the angriest eyes I've ever seen. He was like, he looked pretty mad. And then he's like, "Well, I don't really care. It doesn't matter." And then we told Miss about it.
He didn't care.
He did not care. He said, "Well, that's where you guys went wrong, but you guys should probably talk."
He was the only one who would have thought about it. He was like, "Well, why was there a grappling hook?"
For real. Dude, Henry, how do you feel about the grappling hook story? I know you have some pretty sharp opinions about it.
I actually got to see a grappling hook in a locker, but said you have to warm up for your match. You're on deck. This is your chance to go to districts. Well, I've got 2 more chances to go to districts and no more chances to see a grappling hook. So thanks a lot. Thanks. Yeah.
I think we would have gotten in a little bit more trouble if we went and double-ticked it.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't know. It might have been gone by then.
I'm not glad. I should have just like pocketed the grappling hook to see if we could just go to places and start grappling hook.
That'd be like funny because we went sledding like the day after.
Yeah, that'd be how fun that would be. Well,
dude, I was struggling to climb the freaking hill.
You should see me when it was like just pure ice on there. Every time I slid, I had to go all the way around the hill to the lowest point and climb up.
Was it worse than me in normal snow?
Yes.
It
was like as soon as I tried to take a step up, I would face first fall down and go down the hill.
It was pretty fun.
Like Henry had to be like my old man caretaker, take me up the hill, be like, "Come on, Jaden, you got this."
Dude, my favorite part about that has to be Henry's at the bottom of the hill. I'm sliding down. On purpose, I like try and like reach my arms out to tackle Henry. I missed. Or when Henry's standing on the side and I like try and tackle him down, we are sliding on top of myself and my hand. And after my hand is like swollen and red and has cut marks on it, it was so bad. It looked very bad.
You know what my favorite thing about districts is like every time I was walking through, Billy just taps me on the shoulder and goes, "Hey, you dropped your expectations, girl, staring at you."
Yeah, dude, she was. It was really weird.
Oh, we should tell this story. So we were at Pleasant, and Billy wasn't there. It was Henry. Henry and are looking at me like, "I'll give you a McChicken and $5 if you go use a pickup line on this girl." And I go behind her. I tap her on the shoulder. I was like, "Excuse me, miss. You dropped something. Your expectations." "Hi, my name's Zaden." She looks at me, and then I walk away because all I was supposed to do was say a pickup line and walk away. And she looks at the ground for like a good 3 minutes to see if she dropped anything. And then the hour later, Henry and Zane double it. They two chicken.
Don't go on about what happened after when you were messaging.
Two chicken sandwiches and $10, and I thought that would be a great deal to go get a phone number and food
And money.
and money. Think about that logically.
For real.
It's been a big 2 years. Big 2 years.
Yeah.
Dated a girl for 2 days. Took a girl to Hoko.
She smacked you in bowling.
Absolutely killed me in bowling. Gosh, I never felt so bad. I tried to buy the slides.
That was bad.
And then they were out of the slides. Do you know how bad it felt for her to be like, "We're out of the slides, but would you like the railing?" I was like, I feel like if I walked back with a railing, that would be a little embarrassing.
Slide wouldn't be though.
Honestly, having to hold the slide and walk over would be more embarrassing.
It would be more embarrassing, but just imagine.
It would have been actually kind of
Just
funny.
imagine her, she's just like, I paid for another round of the game, and all of a sudden the railings come up, or you see a slide.
Dude, she just gives you a look of...
And then we went to Hong Kong.
Dude, we went to beat-ups. I didn't go.
Oh, we should... Billy, you should have told me.
Dude, we were right there.
Yeah.
Dude.
And then...
hold on, I got this. We were at... Because I went with me and we were all in B-dubs. And then, like, every second... Because was the only one that actually had a Hoko date. Is over here being a total D-word. And he's just, like, pointing out every girl to... And I'm just like, dude, there's no need for that. Dude, I actually asked a girl out and got her number at Hoko that night. I'm not even kidding.
You sent me a random video of me dancing at Hoko. Have you seen it?
I think so, yeah.
It's really weird. He just texted me out of the middle of nowhere.
Hey, I'm back.
Hey.
I was cold.
What's up?
It's a very nice jacket you got on, Ruby.
Can we talk about how Henry was wearing a jacket in like 70-degree weather the other day? That was...
Oh, I should delete this phone number. This is really weird.
Hold up, what is it?
I just was going through my phone number to see if I could find it.
And for Bunny.
Oh, wow, of course.
Yeah,
of course you pull up the X.
I should delete that. That's...
Well,
I love the... What timer am I hearing? Rumor. I go, what? And I get talking about me. Answer what I'm trying to ask him because you're acting childish. And I just didn't answer them at all. And I got like 3 calls after that every day.
like 3 calls like consecutively.
Not consecutive, like it was 1 call one day, a call the next day, and a call the third day.
It would have been funny if it's like on a timer. It's like 9 a.m., 12 p.m.,
I don't know.
9 p.m.
I was thinking about other people to bring to this podcast. Like,
That'd be cool.
yeah, I have his phone number. I could text him right now.
I don't know about
Doing it through video because that would be really hard.
yeah, but the next person it should be. We already discussed this before.
I said on this.
Well, you
That's
probably should not have stepped
crazy.
on that plastic.
No,
Actually, we
I
could
said
probably film a.
Oh, here it
podcast.
is. Here it is. Here's the video.
Looking good, Zaden.
Zayden, your hands are so awkward.
I know.
It
I
looks
didn't
like
know
a
what to
freaking-
do, and I'm getting.
Zayden is just like.
Yeah, because I'm trying. I didn't know what to do, and then I just look over. I see Finn, Cooper, and Bo just tell me, and then I'm like, I like shake my head no, and as soon as I like look to my left, I see Colby with flash camera, and all of them just go lower, go lower,
Okay.
and I'm confused. I don't know what to do because I have like 2 groups yelling at me to go lower.
You don't listen to them.
I don't listen to them at all,
Good
and
job,
it's very hard to
Good
focus.
job.
Zayden, that was the first time you had self-control.
Yeah. That was I think that was the very few times when Zaden Williams was like, let's not be a retard.
Okay, here. We're going to go down the line about our HOCO experience this year.
Alright.
Me, I
Fuck no.
Please.
I didn't do anything like that. At HOCO, I got kicked out of the gym because I was playing jackpot instead of like just normal basketball. We were playing jackpot with a volleyball. And Mr. told us once, I did not hear him. He told us twice, I did not hear him. Apparently, according to this is all according to me. And then he tells us a 3rd time and then kicks us out of
Henry, I just
the
cracked
gym.
my phone.
Good to know, Ruby.
Henry, how was your HOCO experience?
Well, I went to B-Dabs with
Group.
and girlfriend.
Oof. Did you and feel like a 3rd and 4th wheel?
No,
Or were you guys like a double date?
it was fine.
I just
That was
now
pretty
really,
rare.
I just
Watch
now realized
Randall.
every time like I saw out with she always had like way more energy than him because just naturally is like
He has levels of energy. That's it.
Okay, it's him.
Yeah,
It
it
doesn't
is.
get higher.
It's either okay. Is either very happy and like excited or like very down and low.
yeah. It's always we're gonna get something done today or it's just
Or it's just
yeah, and then you just got it's just like alright, okay.
And then you have.
Fritz is a bit intense. Well, actually, he's just always intense.
Just a bit. It's a little bit of an understatement.
Yeah. I don't think I want to go next year because I've been on both sides of the bridge and I would say
But wait, going alone and
going with somebody. I'm just gonna say this.
Who did you go with the first time? Because you.
I didn't go with anybody the first
I mean, like as a friend group.
Satan's your girl.
I just pulled up alone because I was like, you know what, I might as well just go.
Oh, you went like there was no friend group. with
Like,
you?
there's no friend. I had like Henry's
I
phone
was
number,
there.
and I was texting Henry. I was like, "Hey, you going?" And then he didn't tell. We didn't ask each other until like the day of HOCO if we were going, and I didn't have a phone number, so I had no idea. I just pull up, and me and pull up at the same time.
dude. But yeah,
But yeah, I would just say it's
You
only
got-
fun if you have a date. But
no,
really,
it's not, dude. I didn't have a date and it was awesome because
I have yet to have a date. And
I-
it's been solid.
Henry, we were so close to getting you one. You just
it was
you just
so
didn't
close.
want to.
I'm just gonna,
Yeah, it was.
No, like I actually don't know what you're talking.
I mean, I'm just saying this. I'm not the best state.
What are they?
The first year you were going to Hoko, I was still in 8th grade.
Mm-hmm.
Me and your mom had someone planned, ready. You had already known them, had a connection with them outside of school, but not in that kind of way.
Okay,
Who is this person?
Off the podcast because I don't know what's going on.
Who is this person?
As to where this may go.
I'm concerned.
Wait, who is this, Bill?
I don't know, Zaden, but we're gonna get to it later when the podcast is not.
But
Back to the podcast.
But yeah,
I would just say it was.
you got. If you're gonna go alone, you have to go
at
with
least
friends.
at least I had fun-ish.
Fun-ish.
I would say it was 50-50. Like it was, I had a good time, but also it was not what I expected or really had fun in.
Well,
too.
also it was very poorly planned.
It was like
It was like put a lot of teenage kids in a room with lights
I think
and music.
No, for me it was just like I thought I was gonna have so much fun, but it was just like, all right.
What?
No, not you. That was just like my opinion. I was just like, all right, this is not really worth it.
Yeah, I think I was planning on not going the entire time, and then I'm like,
I broke my phone. Well, you remember that in the locker room?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I just walk in after having to do punishments, and I get a text. I don't want to go no more.
That was a bad
After for
day
like
for
the
Zaden.
second time, and I go,
who said that they didn't want to go no more? No.
and
Wait, she said she didn't want to go with you anymore.
yeah,
or
for
in
like the
general?
second, it was like just asked me in the middle of nowhere, and I was confused. I was told that I was going to get a text that night if she was going to go or not. Didn't get a text that night or the morning. Then I'm confused. I don't know what's going on. Then asked her. She says she still wants to go, but doesn't like me like that. And I was like, I already know that, so I guess I'm going. The next day I don't want to go. Something. Oh wait.
He can pull it up.
I could.
We're getting fact checks. We're getting receipts. Let's go. Oh yeah. Scrolling. Dude, hold up. Can we talk about how completely lied about never playing a certain song? He might not have played it, but like he also said that it was never played.
Now that is a lie.
That is
I don't
a
know
lie.
if it was him that played it, but literally every game.
It
that
was
song played.
It was every practice, every game. Okay, the Break Stuff by Limp Bizkit, that song he played, and it was like every day. That was a lot. She's like, sometimes you never want to wake up. Everybody sucks. Yeah, that song
It was
played
it's
every day.
this.
Whoa!
Also
Pass it around.
Also butchered my name.
Zaden. Zayden. It's close.
It's close.
It makes sense, but it's not right.
They spelled it right the first time.
What are you guys doing?
Uncomfortable and awkward.
Hey,
That's just
hurry
the
up.
description of Zaden in general.
Uncomfortable,
and
awkward. It's like I may be like a robot, but at least we're gonna have fun. We're gonna have a lot of funny memories of me doing dumb stuff.
True.
It's not like I'm just gonna be like, hey guys.
Hey, now you're a rock star.
I would say I'm a little funny awkward.
A little funny awkward.
Like I know I'm awkward, but it's just funny when I'm unaware or do that stuff. We meet 3-0.
We're at 30 minutes. We're gonna go for another.
And then
Henry is in depth reading this. I read it for like 5 seconds.
Andrew, did you read all of it?
He's reading all of it currently. He's scrolling through.
I've got full story. Good times. Reminisced.
He was scrolling through it.
Yeah, no Riz. No Riz.
Dude, can we talk about how like Henry had like max aura for a second driving down to the park today?
Yeah.
And then he itches his butt.
It's so wet.
Yeah,
It's
but
been raining all day.
It was awesome.
yeah, then it was funny because I just come along and I'm like, I'm not having a good day, but at least I have like this Saturday to look forward to.
Why
highlight.
did you get punished?
Because Russell claimed that like people were bullying him on the team, and since I didn't protect Russell and those were the people I hung out with, I got punished. And then I come back to it and I read it and I throw it as hard as my locker. At my locker, I go, that indecisive.
Dang.
And then I just pick up my phone, and I just realized I broke my speaker. Like, I have to call people. I have to put them on speaker on, like, full blast just to hear them.
Yes. Is that why your phone's so quiet?
Yes.
That's why Leningrad didn't sound cool, because your phone's too quiet. Your speaker's broken. It's a you problem.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I turn around, like,
Zaden decisively looking at his phone right now.
It's getting decisive in here.
But yeah,
and then, Henry, you scrolled too far. Then, yeah.
he continued to talk to this woman.
And then it was, apparently, I was like, you know what? It sucks not having a date, but I kind of expected this, like, for the whole entire, like, month.
Wait, I thought you guys planned on going to Cedar Point together.
But I asked because my parents kept asking me like to invite her, and I
Wait, was it like a family trip to Cedar Point?
Yeah, and they were like, do you want to invite her? Do you want to invite her? It was like every day, and they told me to ask her, and I was, this is gonna be awkward, but I might as well ask.
Dude,
just so my parents would just like.
I would have done it just to shoot because like.
Yeah, I mean,
because like they can't say no if you like say something like, "Oh, my parents really want me to ask you if you will join us."
I did.
They can say no.
I did. They can say no. It's not like a legal contract. It's not like
I'm not saying
it's not like, oh my gosh, Billy, your parents want me to go with you. Yes.
Okay.
It's not like that. They could obviously be like, no, Billy, I don't want to go hang out with you and your family.
Zaden, I think that might have been just you.
One Billy-tism is enough itself. I don't want to be with Owen.
Okay, what about a Zaden-tism? That's enough for both.
There's a difference. I'm Z-tism.
That's like retardism.
But like, I also was sitting there. I was like, no, I liked her for like since like freshman year, but I always thought like she was way out of my league. And I had no chance. So I went for other people.
Knew her brother.
What?
I said, even though you know her brother.
I didn't even know.
Like consecutively text him. Now you do.
He has only texted me back like twice.
So wait, you're telling me? Hold up. He is your number one senior because he replies to you.
Do you know how much stuff he's let me get away with?
Little to none.
For real.
He
doesn't show up, so he can't stop.
No, like at wrestling meets, you know how much stuff he gets with. You're a varsity. You don't know how it is on JV.
Dude, hold up. My
I'm
favorite
about that JV life. Okay?
Hold up. My
I do know how it
favorite part
is.
of JV this year.
He even took a picture of me. Does it have a picture of me? No.
Actually.
Hold up.
I don't know. I should text him, man.
Not right now. Hold up. We'll do it after. But one of my favorite part of this JV wrestling season has to be when that like random kid that was on the spectrum asked for that number.
Couldn't pronounce his Oz, and we had to give him my phone number.
We gave him Zaden's phone number.
I think I
and then
blocked
this kid is like asking like, what's your name?
And then like he kept.
Was the name.
Yeah, and then like I kept every time I texted him, he would like try to walk up to her, talk to her in real life, and she would like run away.
And Zaden texts this kid, "Sorry, I'm a lesbian. I don't want to talk to you."
And then he quoted Drake saying, "She said I'm a lesbian," and I said, "Me too." And I quoted Kendrick Lamar saying, "Hey Drake, I heard you like the movie."
And then you also said that you were 12.
And then after that, I said, "Bye, I'm 12, by the way." And then he goes,
and then he walks up to me. And I'm like by the board looking at my match. He's like, "Is actually 12?" I'm like, "Yeah, dude. Like she just survived fires in Michigan, wildfires, man. She's been 12, dude, for like 18 years."
Constantly 12. I feel like this podcast has gone uphill. We just started poorly.
We did. It has definitely improved.
I said cut off the 45-minute mark.
No.
Come on. It's
Billy, what's the story behind the bathroom?
We're
not covering that.
Cut that entire part out.
We have to discuss me breaking my phone. We have to discuss.
We just discussed that.
We did, and that's two very different things.
You're right.
This football season, this JV football season for that.
I have no faith for this season.
This JV season?
No, not JV. I just have no faith in this season at all.
Why not?
Because here's the thing. I'm a little scared that is going to leave Elgin and go to Buckeye. At some point, he probably will.
At some point. If he doesn't do it this year, that would be...
That depends.
It'll probably be during our years of playing. He's going to leave to go to Buckeye.
I think he'll probably finish it out with these freshmen, like the freshmen.
I don't think so.
I think he's going to at least finish something out. Like maybe you guys, or maybe...
It probably would be because that's kind of his, like...
His, like, what, fourth child?
Yeah, pretty much. But also, I'm really scared who's going to take charge.
If it's
I'm not playing football. I'm not
No,
playing
you're playing football.
I'm not playing football.
playing football.
Watch it be. If it was
So fun.
it'll be fun.
I would
and terrible at the
absolutely love
same
that.
time.
It'll be so interesting. We'll have like 11. We'll be really good at running the football.
Dude, we'll be like first in the league for running the football. How many yards did you have? 4 million yards. So it's like, who's your running back? You mean like
All of
the entire team can run the ball? Like, give it to the center. The center,
Ultimate wing tee. Everyone is eligible to run the ball.
for real. Like, so give it to the freaking center.
Yeah.
The center runs a freaking 7-3.
I'm just scared what would do as head coach.
100%. He would definitely. Okay, him and would be the two ones that would scare me because they would switch us to a pass. 100%. Okay, not would
Like,
switch us
here's
to
the
pass.
thing. He would lose his mind a lot more at practice. Have you ever been in the huddle and I don't even know what we did. It just came out in the middle of nowhere and yelled at us like, "You better get your crap together."
No, you guys weren't. You guys weren't the one on.
Okay, there
You
is.
guys were not the first lineman that had to play scout team offense because was expecting me to hold this crap together. And it's like, I don't freaking know, man. I can't control what he does.
Do this.
He's out of my hands, okay? I can block one of their guys every play.
This is wait.
Alright, I'm just
what
gonna
is
say this is highly overrated.
Oh wait, when
Yes.
I hate his guts. He is
I
the worst guard I have ever seen on this team, and he's just so egotistic. Like,
He makes up his own rules. That's the problem.
yeah, that's serious rules.
I honestly don't know how he kept his position at
At all,
varsity
like-
guard. Okay, I don't hate. I don't hate.
I do.
I hate him. Like, I'm just saying this. You know, remember the one game where was the only one who remembered plays? That's when you know our team was having a bad game. If the voice of the line, you know that's when the line has gone to crap.
When did that happen?
Oh, what the hell?
I think it was
Okay.
I told you to let me on.
It was the triad.
I did. That's what went wrong.
You remember
No,
the
you did it.
You remember the triad scrimmage? It was that one. Ray was the only one who was like remembered the plays.
Well, like I think it's
I
because
don't
no
think it
one
was-
cared. We were
Now
going
let
to
me
get
on this
smacked.
with the
yeah, it was either
Triad.
way, but like I feel like if
No, tried. We lost to Danville.
Oh,
Milk.
yeah, sorry.
Let me on this with
Okay,
the chair.
stop yelling.
You're right.
Milk, so I can get on this.
Dang, you're getting bossed.
I'm the
I've never seen
boss.
such a large. Here, Zaden, I've never seen such a large person get freaking bossed by such a
I
small
honestly have no idea what you're talking about as far as the only one remembering the place.
I don't know why I remember that.
I don't.
Henry, when you were
I
talking,
was there.
Henry, when you were talking about like having to control like, was that in the Ridgedale game?
No, that was in practice when I was on
Oh.
freaking scout team.
Do you guys remember when we lost to Ridgemont and you could tell was just wanted to absolutely kill them because he used to coach there?
Ridgemont a lot. They
Yeah,
couldn't
as
get
soon as
to
we
it.
lost, he was just not having it.
I hate Ridgemont too. We're gonna beat the crap
You
out
remember,
of
that was when he had that cue, and then he turned around like, sorry, and then they're like,
Dude, yeah, they were like, yeah,
because you're failing me!
yeah, dude, no. Henry, stop, hold up. No. No, sorry, when yelling at him, was like, you are failing us. You are giving up on the team. It's like, no, you are giving up on me.
That was so funny.
Dude, and then they turned around and hugged it
He
out.
just shouts in the middle of nowhere, you're failing me!
This is my opportunity.
love
Mine, not
that.
yours.
That was so great. They were just both flying off the handle, and then they like realized they were just going crazy, and they hugged it out and went back to like and just locked in.
You remember when Boston was just lost his
Twizzy.
mind? When he lost his mind that he wasn't able to block a wide receiver.
He's like, yeah, it was.
Yeah, and he was
No.
just in the locker room.
You know what the best was? That was the coolest crash out. But, oh shoot, you made me lose my train of thought. Okay, you guys weren't there.
Tyler, we'll get
Talking about going rogue on the sideline. The peak of this, it wasn't going rogue on the sideline so much. It was in the huddle. It was Wayne's Field.
I wasn't.
Me and Zaden's freshman year.
Ooh, still wasn't.
It was going horrible. It was going so bad.
was so bad.
And we're standing in the sideline, and I'm behind. And Russell comes off the field, and Nelson and all the other linemen are still out there playing defense, except for JB, who was like getting a drink or something. He's like, what's going on? And he goes, it's bad, coach. It's gone nuclear. He's like, in there, being like, I don't know what the problem is. And he's being he's just causing trouble. And let's just effing end it.
Oh my god.
Do you remember when that got in that fight?
Dude, at Ridgedale, yes.
Yeah, Ridgedale.
Dude, that kid pushed him.
And then lost it.
Dude, they were shoving each
I
other.
think. Do you know who I am?
Do you know who this man is?
You guys know I set a timer all the way down there.
That's crazy.
And then
So cool.
you remember when I
Okay,
almost got in the
Dad.
fight with that guy at Lima Perry?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I don't want to hear about you almost getting in a fight. That kid, I
got punched in the head
I got
twice.
punched in the face twice from this fat number 77 kid. This kid, he plays basketball and he played varsity football too. Dude, this kid, it is a field goal. I shoot out and block him. Dude, I'm blocking, he punches me in the face. Right in the face mask. I get up in his face. I was livid. We were already smacking them. This kid just goes like this. I'm like, ooh. And then, hold up, later on in the game, I'm blocking him. I let go of him to go block someone else because, like, the play's all the way over down here now. This kid somehow gets over here. I get in front of him again and start blocking him. He just, bah, across my face. Slaps me across my face. Right in front of a referee. The referee looks at him and goes, shakes his head, throws the flag in the air. Dude. And then he had to sit out for some of the game. Dude, I was about to murder you tell us about how you almost
it was the center and a defensive end / tackle number 72.
Hold up. Was that when they
It was
shoved
at Lyman Perry.
when me and dominating them on defense?
No,
and
that
then
was-
that
was,
kid shoved Cameron.
That was at the home our
at
game.
their home game. Was
No.
when Cameron got.
That's when it was just me and that kid who were beefing. I don't remember, the entire time we were blocking each other, I never, held on to this guy. I was blocking him like this. I was trying my best not to hold on to him. And, as soon as the ball ran past him, and I remember always in my head, I always imagine, at JV. I don't know why. I just imagine, Coach is always at JV yelling at me to block until the whistle goes. So I'm just there blocking until the whistle goes, and he's just yelling at me he's like, let go. And I just have my hands as flat as I could.
Dude, hold up. Can we talk about the JV game?
And then at one point he just grabs onto me, pushes me, and I just push him back, and then he just comes out in the middle of the floor, charges, pushes me, and I just go. Push him out of the way. And push him out of the way, and the ref blows the whistle. He's like, knock it off.
Can we talk about the JV football game when I went head-to-head collision with this kid on a punt play?
Do you remember that one JV game where I just popped off?
Yes. But no, you can ask Henry. I'm on the sideline. I had just laid the freaking boomstick on this kid, head-to-head contact. I'm on the ground, squatting down, holding my head. I'm like, I can't feel my arms.
That's my favorite moment on JV. I got past the line for 1 second. I tackled both the running back and the quarterback
at the same time. That was crazy.
And then one time I just sacked the quarterback, and I got how much yards did I bring him back?
It was 10 yards because he just kept going back.
Yeah, he just ran backwards, and I just tackled him, and even then when I tackled him, he went so far back.
Dude, I don't know if you were there, Henry, but that Colonel Crawford game was so fun.
I have the video on Huddle. Dude, it's insane.
Here, you can pull it up in a bit. But that Colonel Crawford game, Zaden, for JV was so fun. It came down to the last play. They had to score. Me, you, and Chase are in the backfield trying to get this guy. This guy's running side to side to side to side. Dude, this kid comes down and blocks me. I'm just like, oh, you guys got this. And get freaking laid out.
Dude,
I was also bleeding. I don't know if you guys remember that. I had a cut on my arm that was bleeding. They tried to get it to stop bleeding, and it did not work. I was spraying water on it. It just kept going. So throughout the game, I was like this, rubbing it on my jersey. So that jersey has blood all over it.
I don't remember what game it was, but I think it was Riverside, and told me I knocked some kid's helmet off. And
you did, yeah, that was fun.
Did I?
No, it wasn't Riverside. It was Upper.
What did I actually?
Yeah, this kid's helmet actually came off. It was already loose. I was talking to him about it before. But Henry, do you remember that game where I was ultra depressed after I got my first ever holding call?
Yeah.
I was
Billy was losing. He's like, this is it.
I'm sorry, guys. I failed the team.
I've let you down.
No.
I am disappointed.
I was so insanely apologetic. Like, you can ask Zaden. You were in the huddle after I got the holding call. I'm like, guys, I'm so sorry. Guys.
I remember that.
And then
Billy was just like apologizing to everybody. That was kind of like the Riverside game where it's like I got a holding call and I like raised my hand when everybody asked who it was. It was like, who got the holding call? I just raised my hand. I was like, it's me.
Okay, but it wasn't as bad as me because like it was my first ever holding call that like I knew it was me. It was on. I know the play perfectly. It was a 49 rocket or 29 rocket. I'm running to the left side. I pulled out. I was hitting the guy, and then he kept going to the right because I thought was in front of me. And the guy's coming over, and I like reached my arm out to get him, and I just like it just kind of happened.
What school was that?
That was
that I got to tackle the quarterback and the
back. That was a home game
against.
Was that Shelby?
I don't know. It was a team that had
Pleasant.
A lot of white on them.
Oh no, not Shelby or Pleasant then, because they were both.
Dude, it's crazy. How do you feel playing varsity, but you had the JV won more games than the varsity?
For real. But the big
You guys play other JV teams. That's the thing.
We did. Actually, some of them were varsity teams.
And
No, they were not.
No, they were not.
Well, okay,
Franklin's varsity players in them.
Okay, I was gonna say the Lima team had a few varsity.
Because
You never noticed the guys that animals on JV are varsity
plus
players.
the JV was it wasn't like the varsity.
Me and Zaden were varsity, and we were absolute animals on JV.
JV
No,
was
like legit varsity, not just
JV was fun because it was like it wasn't. It wasn't like varsity where it was like kill or be killed. JV was like actually close. It was like always like a battle of who was going to give up.
JV had some good games. It'd be like they scored 2 plays, 24 powers in a row, or one broken leg and a touchdown.
Hold on, my favorite thing is they would switch me on either side of being tackled because they were like, "We're not running it to Kyron." I'm like, Kyron doesn't know how to play this position. They're like, doesn't matter. We're running it to you every time. I'm like, sounds like a plan, coach.
I remember when Russell would come out and have them play, and when they'll say a play, and go, "What do I do?"
Yes, dude. He was right next to me. He was right next to me.
And then Ruby, can you stop making that noise?
And then he'd ask me, what do I do? I'm like, this is a 24 power. So I'm pulling out, and you are scooping and filling. Yes, you are scooping and filling. Dude, my favorite thing, okay, sorry.
I had to be, I like how we all had to be playbook.
Dude, no, my favorite thing about
was his crash out.
No, not the crash out. The crash out was good. But I'm talking about the, Ridgedale game. The Ridgedale game when he got hit once at the beginning of the game, played through it, and then got hit a little tap by no offense to but he's just like, dude, he's grabbing his head, he's going,
he grabbed his chest, stumbles back like 5 steps, falls to a knee, and then just collapses.
Dude, I have it on Huddle. It is on my favorite.
Show me. You gotta show me that.
I'll show it to you after.
I gotta see that because I was at home and was like, I'm so glad I just had practice. I'm at home alone after I got like a ride from somebody. I'm eating good. I'm eating some good ramen. Also, I hear got a concussion. I'm like, okay. And come in. I was like,
okay. Has anyone ever? I know Henry tried it.
Speaking of that, if has another concussion this year, he can't play any other sports.
Dude, okay, hold up. But can we talk about how you can't hit a freaking slide by on him? I don't know what it is. I think it's because he just floppy arms it.
There's no pressure. You have to work your slide by off of pressure.
We gotta talk about his crash out. There's no way we can't talk about the crash out.
I wasn't in there.
The rest of them was peak.
Hold up.
I think Henry was in there, right?
The wrestling one?
No, for a crash out.
No.
Describe it to me.
Alright, so he wasn't there. I was in the locker room with the JV.
Oh, were you in there for the?
No, because I was showing the referee where the coach's office.
So I was the only one in there. Okay, so I'm just in there, and all of a sudden, just comes in there and throws his helmet on the ground, and you better pick that up. Yeah, and I think it was after a loss.
It was. Was it the flop? No, it was the loss to Pleasant.
Yeah, and then Russell ignoring him, and now I'm gonna start screaming and yelling that he hates this team, he hates everybody, and all of a sudden, like a coach comes out and he asks what just happened. And we tell him Russell just like got mad and stormed out, and he comes back. He's like, guys, this is a team.
Oh, this is when I walked in.
Yeah, it is.
I see everybody talking, and then
I remember. I love your face. You're just like, what's
for real? I see stuff over here. I saw storm out. I walk in to and in there. It's like, you guys are gonna pay for this. This is where I got the quote from. It's like, guys, this is a brotherhood. You can ask me. You can. Y'all know how it is. We've been through it. We've been through basic. We know how it is. This is a brotherhood. This is a true brotherhood. I'm like, why did this have to get so deep? What happened here?
Yeah, and then it was like, these people have been bullying me.
Dude, I'm surprised I wasn't put into that group.
Yeah.
I was tough on a lot. But that was just to push him to get better.
I would have probably killed you, Billy, because that's not the first time you made me get a punishment for bullying somebody.
How did I?
You don't remember middle school year when you bullied?
I didn't.
You were on the list.
No,
you were on the list.
No, because I've asked her about it before. She's like, no, I didn't say you guys. You and the only ones that were actually nice to me. And
wait, just you and Billy?
Me and
I never bullied her.
Okay,
so
yes, but that's not being.
on that.
Okay, no. We weren't saying you were bullying her. We were saying that me and Luke were like actively like friends with her.
I wasn't actively. I would chit chat with them, but I always was like, she definitely like.
But that's what made her mad. That's why you were probably involved on the list too.
A little. I said
100%.
like once because like Luke. Her were like wearing earbuds and they were just like falling around each other all day, and I was just like,
they had two different sets of earbuds.
No, it was at
it was probably at the dual tournament.
It was at Delaware Hayes.
Yes,
it was not the. We went there twice. We went there. No, we went there 3 times.
The duel, the Tormasi, and the tournament.
Yeah, I think it was. I don't remember which one it was. It was just. It was just. It's a tournament, and they were just like following each other around. I was like. Just in the middle of nowhere, as we're on the bus, they're just sitting crossing for each other on the bus. I'm like, okay, I might as well ask. Because they've been just following each other all day. I was like, you like? And she goes, no, I just have nobody else to talk to.
Oh, was like, okay, wait, was that the tournament? Yeah, that was the tournament I had bad food.
Yeah, and
I had Chinese food. No, it was Mexican.
And
I remember that.
I was like,
dude, it was bad.
You ever remember one tournament where I wasn't wrestling in Delaware Hayes and I just left?
Dude, okay. Can we talk about
and I passed you guys going home. I was just at Delaware Hayes. I was just, my parents were go there because I was supposed to wrestle, and then I get told I'm not. I'm like, this sucks. And then I have a Old Bag of Nails is one of my favorite restaurants at Delaware. Very good Irish food. And
tomorrow Monday St. Patrick's Day.
And then I'm just sitting there, and I text my mom. She's like, do you just want to leave and go to Old Bag of Nails? I go, yes. And I look at Penn and she was like, I'm leaving. And he's like, is everything all right? Is everything good? I was like, yeah, my parents.
Okay, you guys weren't there, but for my, actually here, I'll talk about here. I'm going to talk about both times I won K-Mac. So the first time I won K-Mac, Henry was there. We were with the varsity. Dude, I made it such a show when I was, okay. I had to wrestle one match at the very end of the day. The last match at the far side of the mat. I was the only one. I was the last person to wrestle, other than the high school heavyweights. And then the entire time, I'm getting like cradled and stuff. And then I'm like, why don't I just start trying? And then I like easily break out of the cradle, and then I like probably head and arm the kid to win. And then the next K-Mac the next year. You can ask any one of the current 8th graders, and you can ask Owen or my parents, dude. I was dying. Actually, you can ask Henry, because districts was the next day.
It was rough.
Dude, I was like dying. It was even worse at K-Mac. Dude, I had one match again against some random kid. I literally took an hour nap before it because I was that bad. I was like throwing up. Dude, my parents brought homemade chicken noodle soup. I love that normally. Like, that is, like, stuff I will crush easily. But, dude, I had, like, maybe a bowl. And then I'm like, guys, I can't do this. And then Penix is like, I asked if I could just go home. He's like, yeah, dude, just go get rest up for districts tomorrow. And I'm at districts the next day. I got so lucky at districts. There were only 5 guys. Burgers and fries. But I got 5 people, so I was automatically going to state. And I didn't get dead last. I got 4th place because I beat this random kid in green that had
change.
Dude, he was wearing that tornado headgear, like the one with the like hard earpieces. I hate that. Wrestling it sucks so bad. Cause like he was, you can ask Henry. Henry was like being my coach. He was like rubbing it on my face. It was like
my
intentional.
favorite headgear has to be. It was never.
Dude, okay, no, remember it was
never hooked up, always falling down his face.
my favorite has to be when it was like actually around his neck, and then he's like looking at the ref.
Yeah,
Dude, my first.
I feel like could have won so much more if he wasn't blind.
For real. My first match this year at North Union was, well, my first match was against.
Yes.
Alright.
And that's the end of the podcast.
Well, one second, I'm gonna finish this. I had to wrestle. Was that his name?
Oh yeah.
Dude, I got beat. Like he gave.
I
me
mean,
the biggest
he did
butt.
qualify for state though. He's a
You've
dog.
never seen
Dude,
Zaden
my black guy
wrestle.
was so bad.
You never seen Zaden wrestle awesome.
Oh, I lap dropped him every time just for fun.
Dude, you can ask. Zaden was there at Ada when I got completely beat by that Ada kid, and like I was having conversations with him mid match. Yeah.
My favorite memory from Ada is when we were at there and we were talking the crankshaft and we were just talking about the Holocaust.
No, that was when we were at the tournament.
Yeah, we were at the tournament.
This is
and
like
crankshaft goes,
the Jews extinct.
yeah, crankshaft goes. Isn't the Jews extinct? I thought
We're
Hitler
not.
killed them all.
We're not.
Henry is the last one.
Henry
but
is
they're
a
still
confirmer
here.
that the
Okay.
Jews are still here.
I'd say
kidding.
it's time to stop the podcast. We're
I'm
flying
kidding.
off the handle a little too far.
Okay, that's it with the podcast today. We're hitting exactly 1 hour.
Can I be a permanent member? I like this.
Sure, Zaden.
Sure, Zaden, we got you. That's it with me, Zaden, and Henry.